Aloha, and welcome to Hawaii Travel Made Easy. I'm Marcie, your go-to guide for planning a stress-free, unforgettable Hawaii vacation. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I've been to Hawaii more than 40 times, and I love helping families and first-time visitors navigate their dream trips. Today, we're heading to the Big Island to talk about one of the most unique and awe-inspiring places in all of Hawaii, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. My relationship with this park has definitely evolved over the years. I first visited HVNP when I was 17 years old, and honestly, we barely scratched the surface. We literally just hopped out of the car, raced through the Nahuku lava tube, and hopped right back in. I had no idea what I was missing. Fast forward to taking both of my kids back to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on separate trips for our Big Island travel planning, and wow, it's been such a different experience. We stayed at the historic volcano house, and when the volcanoes are erupting, you can actually see the glow from your hotel room. It's absolutely magical. But before you go, there are some important things you need to know about this Hawaii Volcanoes National Park guide, like how to get there, what to pack. Trust me, you'll want layers because it gets surprisingly cold. Whether to drive yourself or book Big Island volcano tours, and why you absolutely shouldn't expect to see lava every time you visit. So, if you're planning a trip to the Big Island and wondering whether HVNP is worth adding to your itinerary, keep listening. Let's start with the fun stuff. What exactly can you do at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park? This place is absolutely massive at over 330,000 acres, so there's way more to see than most people realize. Crater Rim Drive. This is the perfect starting point, and honestly, if you only have time for one thing, this should be it. It's an 11-mile scenic drive with multiple lookouts where you can see steam vents, craters, and incredible lava rock landscapes. The most famous stop is Kilauea Overlook, where you can peer into Halemaumau crater for prime Kilauea crater viewing. Here's the thing about seeing lava. It's not always visible. Sometimes you'll see the glow, sometimes actual flowing lava, and sometimes just a big crater with steep. But even without active lava, the views are absolutely stunning. Let's chat about some Hawaii Volcanoes hiking trails. Kilauea Iki Trail is hands down one of the most popular hikes, and for good reason. It's about 4 miles round trip and takes you through a solidified lava lake from 1959. You literally walk across the bottom of a crater, like walking on another planet. There's also Nahuku Lava Tube. That's the underground tunnel I raced through when I was 17. Now that I've taken my time to experience it properly, it's incredible. You walk through this massive underground tunnel formed by flowing lava. It's super cool and great for families. Both of my kids love it. And Chain of Craters Road is a must-do drive that takes you 19 miles down to the coastline through different elevation zones. You'll see where lava flowed into the ocean, creating new land. The road actually ends abruptly where lava flows covered it. It's pretty dramatic. I do have an important 2025 update. Here's something that's crucial for your Big Island travel planning. The Kilauea Visitor Center closed in February 2025 for major renovations, and it's expected to take up to 2 years. But don't worry, the park is still open. Visitor services moved to a temporary welcome center at Kilauea Military Camp, about 1.2 miles from the main entrance. Always check the National Park Service website before you go to see if there's active Big Island volcanic activity. Download the NPS app because cell service can be spotty. Okay, let's talk about how long it takes to get there and how to plan your visit. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is located on the southeastern side of the Big Island, and I cannot stress this enough. Getting there takes time. This is probably the biggest mistake I see people make. Let's chat about some drive times. From Kailua Kona, it's about 2 to 2.5 hours. From Waikoloa, about 2 hours. And from Hilo, it's much closer. It's only about 45 minutes. So here's my personal recommendation. If you're coming from Kona or Waikoloa, seriously consider spending the night in Volcano Village accommodations so you're not rushing through the park. You can also stay at Volcano House. This historic hotel is literally inside the park, right on the rim of Kilauea Crater. When we've stayed there during eruptions, you can see the glow from your room. It is absolutely incredible. The restaurant has really good food, and the views during dinner are unbeatable. Yes, it's more expensive than other Volcano Village accommodations, but for the convenience and experience, I think it's worth it. All right, weather and what to expect. Here's something that catches people off guard. It gets cold at HVNP. The park sits at about 4,000 feet elevation. So temperatures can drop into the 50s or even 40s, especially at night. I learned this the hard way. We showed up in typical Hawaii beach clothes and were absolutely freezing. Now I always pack layers. The weather can be really unpredictable. Sunshine one minute, downpour the next. All right, so what are the current costs for 2025? Well, the entrance fee is approximately $30 per vehicle, and it's good for 7 consecutive days. There's also a tri-park annual pass for about $55 that covers Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Haleakala National Park on Maui, and Pu'uhonua Ohanaunau National Historic Park. All right, should you drive yourself or book a tour? Well, this really depends on your travel style, time constraints, and comfort level with driving in unfamiliar places. If you drive yourself, the pros are this is the ultimate flexibility. You control where you stop and how long you stay. If there's active Big Island volcanic activity, you can watch for as long as you want. And this is usually more cost-effective for families. The cons is it's a long drive from most resort areas, and you'll need to plan your route in advance. You're responsible for navigation and figuring out what you're looking at without a guide. I personally prefer driving ourselves because I like the flexibility. With kids, you never know when someone's going to need a bathroom break. There's also Big Island volcano tours. The pros is that there's no stress about driving those windy roads. Guides offer local stories, geological insights, and cultural information you might miss on your own. The cons is that there's less flexibility. You're on someone else's schedule. Tours tend to be more expensive per person than driving yourself. What about inter-island day tours? Well, if you're staying on Oahu or Maui, there are day tours that include flights to the Big Island. Obviously, it's more expensive, but if you're short on time and volcanoes are a must-see, it could be worth it. Okay, what to pack for Hawaii Volcanoes National Park? Let's talk about packing because this can make or break your visit. I've learned from experience and from watching other unprepared visitors shivering in shorts and flip-flops. Layers are essential. I cannot stress this enough. Bring layers. Even though you're in Hawaii, the elevation means temperatures can drop into the 40s and 50s. So, pack a light jacket or sweatshirt at minimum. After that first freezing experience, I started buying HVNP hoodies online before our trips because the gift shop selection was limited. You'll also want proper footwear. This is crucial. Wear sneakers or hiking boots. The lava rock is incredibly sharp and unforgiving. I've seen people trying to walk Hawaii volcano hiking trails in flip-flops, and it doesn't end well. You'll also want rain gear and essentials. This is a rainforest area, so expect rain showers. Bring a lightweight rain jacket or poncho. Waterproof bags for your phone and camera are also really helpful. If you're planning to visit at sunrise, sunset, or watch eruptions after dark, bring a good flashlight or a headlamp. Don't rely on your phone's flashlight. You'll also want to bring water and snacks. So here's something that surprised me. There are no restaurants inside the park except for at Volcano House. The temporary visitor center has basic supplies, but always bring plenty of water and snacks. Hiking in volcanic areas can be dehydrating. Okay, so should you stay overnight in Volcano? This is one of the best decisions we ever made for our HVNP experience. So what are the benefits of staying overnight? Well, you get the early morning magic. You can explore the park at sunrise when it's less crowded, and the lighting is incredible. Having those Kilauea crater viewing spots almost to yourself is special. For sunset and night views, there's also sunset and night views. If there's Big Island volcanic activity, the glow is most visible at dusk in complete darkness. Being able to stay late without worrying about that long drive back is a game changer. There's also weather flexibility. If it's foggy when you first arrive, you can wait it out instead of driving all that way for poor visibility. Trust me, this has happened on every single one of my trips. So what's the Volcano House Hawaii experience? When we stayed during eruptions, it's absolutely magical. Waking up and seeing orange glow from our window, the kids felt like they were witnessing something really special, which they were. But there's also other options. Volcano Village accommodations just outside the park tend to be more budget-friendly. The park also has campgrounds, which is a great budget option, but definitely bring warm clothes. My recommendation is if you can swing it logistically and budget-wise, definitely consider staying at least one night. It completely changes the pace from feeling rushed to feeling relaxed and immersive. So, what are the biggest mistakes tourists make? I want to share the mistakes I see over and over again. Some I learned the hard way myself. Mistake number 1 is expecting to see lava every time. This is the big one. Big Island volcanic activity is completely unpredictable. Sometimes spectacular eruptions last for months, sometimes it's quiet for years. Even when there's no active lava, the park is still incredible. You're seeing results of thousands of years of volcanic activity. Don't let the absence of flowing lava ruin your experience. Mistake number 2, not bringing layers. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen shivering in shorts and tank tops. The park is at 4,000 feet elevation. Pack like you're going to a mountain destination, not a beach. Mistake number 3, not bringing food and water. Besides Volcano House restaurants, there's no dining options inside the park. Always bring plenty of water and pack more snacks than you think you'll need. Mistake number 4 is arriving too late. You'll need several hours to properly explore. People arriving at 3 or 4 p.m. thinking they can see everything before sunset are setting themselves up for disappointment. If you're doing a day trip from Kona, leave early. Plan at least 4 to 6 hours in the park itself, plus the drive time. Mistake number 5 is inappropriate footwear. Flip-flops and lava rock do not mix. The volcanic terrain is sharp, uneven, and can be slippery when wet. Wear closed-toed shoes with good grip. Mistake number 6, not checking weather conditions. If it's really foggy or raining heavily, you won't see much for proper Kilauea viewing. Check weather forecasts and park conditions before making that long trip. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park deserves more than just a quick stop, but knowing how much time to allocate and what to prioritize can be confusing. If you want help planning your volcano visit or your entire Big Island itinerary, I offer personalized Hawaii travel consultations. My 60-minute session is $149. You'll get my recommendations plus a travel agent partner who books everything without charging her usual planning fee. So you get expert planning and booking help together from Kim at Stuffed Suitcase. Or grab a 30-minute consultation for $69. Book at hawaiitravelwithkids.com and make the most of your Big Island experience. So what are some special experiences and insider tips? Well, let me share some special experiences that can elevate your HVNP visit beyond the typical tourist routine. Sunrise at the summit. One of the most magical experiences is watching sunrise from Kilauea Overlook. The park is open 24 hours, so you can get there when there are hardly any people around. The lighting is spectacular. There's also stargazing. Because of elevation and remote location, HVNP has some of the darkest skies on the Big Island. When it's clear, stargazing is incredible. We've brought blankets and laid out looking up at the Milky Way. Night glow viewing. If there's Big Island volcanic activity, the glow is most visible in complete darkness. The contrast between the bright orange lava and the dark sky is unforgettable. There's also less crowded trail options. While everyone does Kilauea Iki, there's some other Hawaii volcano hiking trails with fewer people. The Kilauea Iki Overlook Trail gives crater views without the full 4-mile commitment. Byron Ledge Trail offers different perspectives of the Kilauea caldera, and Mauna Iki Trail takes you through different volcanic landscapes. So let me recap the key points for your Hawaii Volcanoes National Park guide. First, plan for a long drive from Kona or Waikoloa, at least 2 to 2.5 hours each way. Consider staying overnight in Volcano Village accommodations. Second, check current Big Island volcanic activity before you go. Don't let absence of active lava disappoint you. The park is incredible regardless. Third, pack layers. Bring warm clothes, good hiking shoes, rain gear, and plenty of food and water. Fourth, remember the Kilauea Visitor Center is closed for renovations through 2026, but visitor services are available at the temporary Welcome Center. Fifth, allow plenty of time and be flexible. If you're rushing through, you're missing the magic. Thinking back to that rushed 17-year-old version of myself, racing to the lava tube just to check it off a list, I'm so grateful I've had the chance to return and really experience this place properly. Taking my kids there and seeing their wonder, it's reminded me that some places deserve more than just a quick visit. HVNP isn't just about seeing lava flows. It's about understanding the incredible geological forces that continue to build the Hawaiian Islands. It's about appreciating life's resilience in volcanic landscapes. And it's about connecting with a place sacred to Native Hawaiian culture. Whether you're planning your first Big Island trip or literally sitting in a Kona hotel room deciding whether to make that drive tomorrow, you're considering visiting one of the most unique places on Earth. Remember to always check the official National Park Service website for current information about Big Island volcanic activity, weather conditions, and visitor center operations before your visit. From all of us here at Hawaii Travel Made Easy, mahalo for listening. Until then, keep dreaming of those glowing crater views, and remember, your perfect Hawaii adventure is totally within reach. Aloha.